15-year-old. I was at high school at that time. Me and all of my friends have this app called Snapchat. The good thing about Snapchat is it doesn't cost anything to send a message or even send photos or selfies. Me and all my friends use Snapchat regularly. One night I was in my bedroom FaceTiming to my couple of friends on group chat. It was time for bed because it was getting very late. We all had school tomorrow morning, so we all said good night. One of my friends called Joe, I know he doesn't ever sleep on a night. He said he's gonna stay up late because he always liked to play on his video games through the night, so he will be up all night long. I went to sleep for a couple of hours. It was about 1 o'clock in the morning and I woke up and I heard that I received a Snapchat message and it was from Joe. I opened up his message and he said, "What was that message you sent me?" I really wanted to go back to sleep as I was very tired, so I said, "I didn't send you a message, I was asleep." He said, "Dude, someone sent me a Snapchat picture of you being asleep in your own bedroom." I was thinking to myself that Joe is just playing games with me like he's doing some sort of prank, and I was about to go to sleep in second. So I decided to go back to sleep, and my phone has dinged a lot, and I'm getting loads of received messages from Joe. I ignored it and I was about to turn my phone off. Before I turned my phone off, I received one unknown Snapchat picture message. It doesn't say it have a name, it's just come up as error 16. I opened that message and I was shocked to my core. There is a dark picture of my own bedroom while I am on my phone, and the picture view was taken from where my clothes room is. I walked slowly toward my clothes room and I opened the door. It was all nothing but full of clothes. I turned around and I can't seem to find anyone in my bedroom. I walked up, then I see my window is open. I was confused because I don't remember leaving my bedroom window open. I peeked through outside and there was a tall, dark figure standing in the middle of the garden, looking at me. I can see the figure is wearing some kind of dark hoodie. It's hard to see its face, and I can also see it's holding the phone in its hand. I feel uncomfortable looking at this tall, dark figure. I shut my window and I went back to sleep to pretend that nothing had happened. I really wanted to wake my parents up, but if I do that, they will get really angry with me like the last time I made noise. For the past 5 minutes I couldn't sleep with what I saw outside. I went to take a look again and the dark figure had disappeared. My phone vibrated in my pocket. I looked at my phone and I received the same Snapchat message from error 16. I opened the message and the picture I see is more horrifying. There's a picture taken to my 1-year-old sister sleeping in her own bedroom. I jumped out of my bed, ran into my sister's bedroom, screaming from top of my lungs. I entered my sister's room and there was nobody in except my sister, and she turned out to be okay. My parents came into the bedroom and got really angry with me for waking everyone up. I explained to my parents about what happened, and they noticed that my sister's window is open wide. They searched around the house and the downstairs back door is open wide too. My parents have phoned the police and the police have arrived. They explained everything about what happened. I looked onto my Snapchat and tried to find the name Ever16, but I can't seem to find that name anywhere because the Snapchat picture only lasts 10 seconds and can never be viewed again. The police have said that people have reported about some hoodie guy who is 21 years old who takes pictures in people's room while they are asleep. But to me, I would find that very disturbing and very weird. The police have searched around the street and can't seem to find the guy anywhere. Next day I went to school and Joe came to me asking me if I am okay, as he does look very worried. I explained everything to him about exactly what happened and he does believe everything that I have told him. So I decided to delete my Snapchat and I will never to download this app again. This happened in 2015. I was only 16 years old and I was beginning to start college. A few months later, I was on my lunch break eating burger and fries. While I was at it, the lunch area was empty because everyone else was in classroom. I was sent out because I did a prank on one of the teachers. So I went to go get my lunch on my own, and I noticed a girl who was on her lunch too, and I never seen her before. She wearing some kind of dark clothes. She looked like she was sad and really upset. I didn't want to see her cry. I walked up to her and I asked her if I can sit with her for a bit, so I can cheer her up. She looked at me quick and she wasn't upset anymore. She seemed really happy. She said, "What are you doing tonight?" I said, "I'll be just chilling at home." And I asked her name and she called Katie. Katie had gotten really quiet and she said to me, "Can I add you on Snapchat? I don't have many people to talk to." I said, "Yeah, sure." So we added Snapchat together and I said I will be going home now as I'd been sent out from a classroom. Katie chuckled and said, "I know you did." She smiled. I was surprised about she knew what I did in the classroom as she wasn't in the same group with me, so I said I'll see her sometimes. While I was walking away from her, I turned around and she was instantly staring at me with a smile. Later on that night, I was home all alone as my parent is away for a night. I was watching some movie on Netflix for a few hours and I received a Snapchat message from a girl who I spoke to earlier. It was from Katie Mitchell. She sent me a selfie and the background photo seemed to be very dark and her face looked pale with an eerie smile on her face. She sent me, "Do you like my selfie?" I didn't say anything because I thought she was too weird person to talk to. I was minding my own business watching Netflix movie and then a few seconds later she sent me another Snapchat and I thought usually people don't send Snapchat like 2 seconds after I read it. I opened the message again and her face did not look happy at all. She looked like she is angry by saying, "Why are you not replying?" I ignored the message because I can't be bothered talking to her and leave her to it. She sent me like 10 messages every minute. Until then, I opened the message and she said, "I know where you live, you can't hide from me." That's when I realised that my Snapchat map is on and people can know where you are on your location. I had enough talking to Katie and I decided to block her for good. It was bedtime, I feel very tired, and it was about 11 o'clock at night. I see my phone light up and I got a friend request called Katie 2.0. I added her and I knew it was Katie Mitchell, and I immediately confronted her message by saying, "Stop messaging me, you freak." She sent me a picture outside of my house saying, "I found you, bitch." I was angry and I got out of bed and got outside of the house trying to find her so I can tell her to stop following me. I walked toward where she took the picture and I can't seem to find her anywhere. It looked like she was a coward to face me. I got inside the house and I locked everything up, all doors and all windows, and I went into my bedroom. I sent Katie a Snapchat saying too scared to confront me, LOL. And the next thing, she sent me a photo and it turned out to be bizarre, that she was in my kitchen holding a big kitchen knife in her hand. I start to realise that my life is in danger. I can hear her downstairs laughing like evil. It's a good thing I got my baseball bat in my bedroom. I held my bat and I slowly walked out the bedroom in the hallway. I hear footsteps walking up the stairs. Then I see her walking toward me in the hallway and I can see her face clearly. What terrified me the most is her eye turned black like she was being possessed. She immediately ran toward me screaming at me. I ran into my bedroom and locked my room. I can hear her screaming and shouting my name. I start to panic and feel uneasy to myself. I didn't feel like I have energy, but suddenly out of nowhere I passed out. 10 minutes later I woke up and everything was just a blur and I felt panicking to myself. This Katie girl isn't around here anymore. I felt strong and brave after I woke up. I searched the whole house and I can't find her anywhere. Strange thing is all the doors were locked and window was shut. How can it be possible for her to leave the house? I went on my phone to find Katie's name and her name had disappeared on my phone. I went to sleep and locked my bedroom door just to be sure she won't come in. Next day I went to college and I went to explain my teacher about exactly what happened last night. I told it was Katie Mitchell. The teacher told me that there isn't anyone called Katie Mitchell in this college. There are only 2 different Katie in this college. I stand by what they tell me. But I realised I was thinking that does all this just happen to be imaginary that I went through, or did I experience something dark, eerie that came to my house? I told my teacher I could just have a nightmare because I know that none of them seemed to believe me. I went into college toilet trying to wake myself up for today, just thinking it could be nothing. I could just have a terrible nightmare that I had, until I looked at the mirror and my eyes are turning black and realised I was being possessed. Some of you may know what Snapchat is and some of you don't. I will explain what Snapchat is. Snapchat is a popular messaging app that lets users exchange pictures and videos called Snap that are meant to disappear after they're viewed. It's advertised as a new type of camera like a picture or video, add filters, effects and share them with friends. I was 23 years old and I used to have this Snapchat every day ever since I was a teenager, but until now I will tell you why I don't use this Snapchat anymore. Back in time, I was on Snapchat talking to a load of my friends, and we talk every single day to keep in contact. I received a message request that called Blockbuster Sale. I remember I used to go to Blockbuster every day when I was a kid, and I accept the message. Then I'm getting load of received message from Blockbuster Sale by selling load of hundreds of DVDs and video games in really good price. I messaged that I wanted to buy some game for myself, and he gave me an exact location. He told me to meet tonight around 11 o'clock. I thought it was very late at this time of the night, but it will be worth getting these video games. The drive is about half an hour. As soon as I arrive, I see a public toilet in the middle of nowhere. It was dark and there was nobody around here. I assume he hasn't shown up yet. I messaged on Snapchat and he told me to meet him inside the men's room. I walked towards the men's room, and when I walked around the corner, I see a really strange red van and it's got big writing on the side saying free candy. I was a bit freaked out when I saw that, but it looked like it's an abandoned truck, so I didn't think it would be the guy that I am going to meet. I really wanted to just get out of here, but I wanted to get the video game so I can pay him and go straight home. I walked into men's room, and inside of the room it was quite dark, so I got my phone up and turned on the flashlight on. I see the men's room is very rusty and very old, so I said, "Are you here?" There was silence. It felt very cold and very freezing inside the men's room. I went on my phone again to message the guy on Snapchat saying I'm here. He responded to me, "Can you see me?" I look down the toilet and I hear a giggle coming from around the corner. I see a guy peeking his head out from one of the toilet, and he wearing a clown mask and his outfit while staring right at me. I said, "Have you got them video games to sell for me?" He ignored my question, and that's where I start to feel nervous to myself. He whispered, "Come over here, I got them games for you." He giggles. I was thinking it's a trap for me. I decided to leave the men's room and forget everything. I got in my car and I turned my head around. The man in the clown mask was just outside my car window, peeking through me, and what terrified me the most is that he had a gun holding in his hand. I realised that my life is in danger. I drove off really fast and I heard a gunshot that shoot through my car window, but thank God that bullet had missed me. I drove fast as possible until the police had caught me speeding. The police came over to me and I told him everything about what just happened, and telling him that I was about to phone the police. I showed the police where the shot was fired at my car window. The police have rushed and go investigate the public toilet and couldn't find anyone except the creepy red van I saw earlier. The police have believed my story and they also found a gun that was left on the floor. Some of the police are searching for the man because I assume he ran or walked somewhere. They haven't found the man anywhere, so the police tell me they will follow me home safely, so I did. As soon as I got home I went on my Snapchat and I decided to deactivate my account because I did have my location on and hoping that man doesn't know my location. For the past few days I can't seem to stop thinking about what I have experienced, and I can't imagine what would have happened if I did walk over to this trap. I would have been a dead man, or worse.